Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. They'll return it from inside the 5. Football is coughed up by the returner inside their own 20.
That is an incredible job by this kickoff coverage team. You don't see many turnovers on kickoffs, but they just gifted their offense with a bonus possession.
The Troy offense back on the field now. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time. Here's the second down play.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
It's incomplete. It's now third down.
Had a nice drive going here, but now it's third down and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wide out. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row. So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Return begins inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. So LSU's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys. But what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Pass caught. Second down now. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this all.
Got space looking for the end zone here. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Here's the point after attempt.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread and throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play. Good coverage that time. And the Trojans offense back on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. The short completion to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. That completion makes it second and medium. Now run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Looking for the wide out. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. First down and 10 now. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do that.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
The shotgun running play call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
That's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Trying the old counter play here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They get him down, but he gets the ball across the 10-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Takes the toss, testing the right side here. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the...
He'll take a deep shot. Caught way field for a huge gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up into the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking to throw. It's Johnson. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. The back's got it. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Kicking team out for the PAT try. Extra point makes the lead 11. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Troy offense back out there. The last drive was a long march, but it stalled. They came up empty. Can they find the end zone this time? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Looks like the defense has it. Touchdown, LSU. The defense adds 6 points.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets them the touchdown.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. And here's the jet sweep testing the perimeter here. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime. The crucial second quarter beginning right now. Second down play coming up. And now the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete pack.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen?
And the pressure gets to him again.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. The defense make adjustments, come up with a stop here. So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening to spot the ball at the 22.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup. LSU has moved into the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain. Third down play for this offense. They'll run the option. Push play to the back. Will he score here? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. The Troy offense back on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's that defense shifting again. Ball handed to the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive. So they
looking to make a big play downfield. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
First down here for this offense. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Second down after that run on the previous play. Now here's the toss play. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Crucial third down play right here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Gets rid of it on the move. Short throw to the sidelines. That's enough to pick up the first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here, and let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And that run produces a decent gain. Heads up, first snap in the red zone on this drive. Tight end goes in motion. And the tailback's got it again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it's not been their day as a defense, but you can see they have not given up. What a big hit into the backfield that time.
Now it's third and short on the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Trojans offense back on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. First down at 10. Running back with the football. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush to sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He'll call for the fair catch here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24.
Let's go!
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, there you go, defense. Listen, it's not been a great day for these guys, but this time they stepped up and took out some of that frustration. Nice play.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward. The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. But this one is broken up. The ball's incomplete.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. It's a run. Running back's got it. Breaking free at midfield. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down.
Where they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. Keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Makes a quick grab. He shreds the tackle. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Gets the first and still running. Slides to avoid the big hit.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Stop right there at the line, no gain.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. These playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle. A shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. So 1 quarter away from... Impressive CFP victory. Let's get back to the final period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Handoff to the back. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second and goal for the offense. Looking right, this one caught. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
They decide to throw the football down inside the 5-yard line, and the defense is there to keep him short of the end zone. Good job and great execution by the defense.
Try to run it with the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here?
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
They're going to run it here. Can't get past the 2, but at least avoid the safety.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
He'll hand it off. That'll be a safety.
Well, Chris, just when it looked like it couldn't get any worse for these guys, it goes from being bad to even worse. They seemingly can't do anything right. At least they only have the rest of this quarter. Don't worry, fellas. It'll be over soon.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Second down after that run on the previous play. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And it's a bunch formation. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a 1st down. And he finds his target. He has the first. Looks like LSU has the 1st down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launches downfield. Incomplete on the final play, but they wrap up the win. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here.